What's up YouTube? It's me, Jess, and I'm an opera singer. Today's video is going to be a performance analysis of Quiet from Matilda the musical. Let's go.
Have you ever wondered, well I have, about how when I say red, for example, there's no way of knowing if red means the same thing in your head as red means in my head when someone says red, and how if we are travelling at almost the speed of light, and we're holding a light, that light would still travel away from us at the full speed of light, which seems right in a way, but I'm trying to say, I'm not sure, but I wonder if inside my head I'm not just a bit different from some of my friends. These answers that come into my mind unbidden, these stories delivered to me fully written, and when everyone shouts like they seem to like shouting, the noise in my head is incredibly loud, and I just wish they'd stop. My dad and my mum and the telly and stories would stop for just once, and I'm sorry, I'm not quite explaining it right. This noise becomes anger, and the anger is light, and it's burning inside me, would usually fade, but it isn't today, and the heat and the shouting, and my heart is pounding, and my eyes are burning, and suddenly everything is
Okay, I think that's a good place to pause. Oh my god, this is wordy. How did she remember all of these lyrics? I'd be stumbling all over the place. First, let's talk about the lyrics. Here are the lyrics. Sorry, I'm looking on screen. Have you ever wondered, well, I have, about how when I say red, for example, there's no way of knowing if red means the same thing in your head as red means in my head when someone says red? Second stanza. And how if we are traveling at almost the speed of light and we're holding light, that light would still travel away from us at the full speed of light. Third stanza, which seems right in a way, but I'm trying to say, I'm not sure, but I'm wondering inside my head, I'm not just a bit different from some of my friends. These answers that come into my mind unbidden, these stories delivered to me fully written. Wow! That is one poetic and wordy and deep. That is a lot. And I read all of that to say, this young girl, I am so sorry, I don't know her name. Let's see. Alicia Weir? She does such an incredible job at pronunciation. Something like this, where you're spewing a lot of words out in a short period of time. Figuring out how to chew through those words is very, very hard to master. I think a key to helping with that is just reading through the lines over and over and over again without the music. Don't even listen to the music. My God. Music is beautiful, music is great, but as a singer, I feel sometimes that can be our downfall. We just listen to the beautiful music, we listen to our melodic line, we go and memorize the music, and we're entranced in all of this beautifulness, but forget to take the words out of the music and understand what is happening at the core lyrically. You definitely need to do that with this song. She did a fantastic job. I think the only reason why I lost some of the words, honestly, was just because of the balance of sound production. Some of the sound effects, in terms of what was happening, I think with the weather around the atmosphere, just overpowered a little bit too much.
And I'm sorry, I'm not quite explaining it right. This noise becomes anger, and the anger is light, and it's burning inside me, would usually fade, but it isn't today, and the heat and the shouting, and my heart is pounding, and my eyes are burning, and suddenly everything is.
My only critique would be because of how much is being said, how many words there are in comparison to the amount of time this song is. That should be the main focus anytime words are being said. The second aspect of doing this performance well is how you structure every phrase in this song in order to make it seem like you're saying these words for the first time. Because essentially that is what's happening. If you're going to go see an opera, if you're going to go see a musical, the dialogue and the story that is being told should look like and sound like it's words that have been said for the very first time as the character. We don't want to see that you've rehearsed this over and over again almost in a robotic way, right? Your character has human-like characteristics where they're thinking out loud. They're saying things in the moment, just like I am on this video. And that is very hard to do, especially with something like this where you're just spewing out a lot of words at a rapid pace. It's a real dissonance between being able to say everything you want to say and just spill it out versus also not really knowing how to explain what you're trying to say in a clear, cohesive, one take way.
And my heart is pounding, and my eyes are burning, and suddenly everything is quiet. Like silence, but not really silent. Just that still sort of quiet. Like the sound of a page being turned in a book, or a pause in a walk in the woods.
Oh, that was so good. That is my favorite part of this song so far. That was so well done, both visually and musically and compositionally too. Compositionally, that climax right before the drop in sound.
And it's burning inside me, would usually fade, but it isn't today. And the heat and the shouting, and my heart is pounding, and my eyes are burning, and suddenly everything
Was so good. And I commend her too. She seems really young. She's still got such a young, youthful, quality to her voice. I don't know how old she is, but I like that was kept true to the sound. Give kudos to her because that last note on, I believe the word is, right before the drop in music was really long. And that's just not easy to do, especially on the note that it was. And considering her age. I don't know her experience, but job well done. There are different levels to quiet. I think we can all understand that. And the way that they chose to use these examples to describe what it is she means, I think was so smart. Like the sound of a page being turned in a book, that type of quiet. Why I liked that paired with the visuals was because if you heard in the background, you could hear the movement of the rope on the hot air balloon ever so slightly in the background, but they brought that sound a bit to the forefront when she wasn't singing, enough so to where that was the main focal point of sound, but it was still quiet enough, like the sound of a page being turned in a book. I just thought, I'm tripping over here.
like silence, but not really silent. Just that still sort of quiet. Like the sound of a page being turned in a book, or a pause in a walk in the woods.
I thought that was so smart. Sound production wise, visually, lyrically, just a perfect blend. It's honestly, it just perfectly describes what it is she means.
Quiet. Like silence, but not really silent.
Oh, the violin.
Just that nice kind of quiet. Like the sound when you lie upside down in your bed. Just the sound of your heart in your head. And though the people around me, their mouths are still moving, the words they are forming cannot reach me anymore. And it is quiet, and I am warm. Like I've said,
You revolting little bloodworm. You are
into the eye of the storm.
This is the end of your rebellion. You have leapt through the gates of Hades. Here, I'm going to tear you apart. Who did that?
Wow! Oh, I gotta watch this. I haven't seen it yet. I just wanted to do this video. This is so good. The addition of the violins too. I didn't mention that before. During the quiet, so nice, relaxing. And then they brought in some brass instruments when she was singing something about a sail.
And it is quiet, and I am warm. Like I've said.
I don't know why I thought when the brass instruments were brought during that time, like I've sailed, it just, I'm just weird, bear with me, but it just kind of made me think of brass instruments, these huge instruments with a ton of air, a ton of energy that you have to have in order to be able to play those instruments. And I just imagine like all of that air coming out of one instrument blowing onto the sail. And that was the reason why the sail was moving. I know it's Aquarius season. I am a true, very weird Aquarius, I admit. I like that for that reason. I thought it was nice. And it seemed like this very triumphant moment. Brass triumphant moments just kind of go hand in hand together. And she is obviously getting to a point within the storyline where she feels like she can do something about her circumstances. If you liked all that you saw, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Let me know down below what other songs from Netflix shows or just shows in general I should do a performance analysis on. Lastly, make sure to check out the description box for ways you can get in touch with me, get access to exclusive perks, and or take a lesson with me. I hope you have a good day and I'll see you soon. Bye!